this demonstration I'm going to show you how to connect mono to a mainline braided line. There's a lot of different ways of doing this, and this is just one of them, but this is a very strong way of doing it, and it looks good, so you can show off to your friends. This is a £100 line. I'm just using heavy line so you can see for the purpose of this demonstration, but it works for anything really, so you can scale this right back down. This is a £100 braided line. Okay, there we go. Let's come down to here. Okay, so with your braided line, take about 10 inches, let's say. Give yourself more than you need. Double itself over, so you've taken it from here, double it over as so. So you've got a loop. Then take your little finger and wrap that line around there a few times until you can get your hand in like that. Now you take your main line. Now you take your main line, as so, and you just feed it in through the hole. That can go there. The amount doesn't matter too much. Give yourself enough. Now you've got this basically, and what you're doing is you're just twisting, if you can see there, coming over the top, twisting, feeding it back through, twisting. You're using these two fingers, thumb and your finger, to just keep on twisting it over, and you're doing this a lot of times, so it should be quite quick when you're doing it. I'm making a bit of a dog's dinner of it at the moment. Try and keep the tension up when you're doing it. Essentially what you're doing is you're plaiting your braid over the top of it, and this holds on any thickness of braid really, and any thickness of mono, and it's a very good knot. The more braids you do, the stronger it will hold, but the beauty of this knot is that it's very strong. It's got very strong final knot strength, if you like, so it doesn't weaken the line, and it holds very well. Okay, for the purposes of this, we'll get to there. Okay, so what we've got now is something which looks a bit like this. It's been plaited over the top in an intricate pattern. And now what we're going to do, just make sure the tension's kept on. What I'm going to do, take the tag end, and I'm going to take this line here, and I want to just strengthen this down. Come to a point where it doesn't want to go anymore. Once it's got to that, you do a series of half hitches. So half hitches are, just get this line taut, over, under, over, under. Okay, so now you've got something very similar to this, in fact exactly the same as this, which will hold nicely. Now to finish this off, we just take our scissors and leave a tiny little tag end on this, something about there, and we get rid of the excess on this as well. Obviously you've got a bit more time at home to do this, so I'm doing this very quickly. You get the tag end of your mono. What you're doing is you're just burning back the mono so it kind of gives this stopper. Not sure if you can see that, but as it burns it sort of thickens out, and then you can just tap it down and it will give a sort of little disc at the end which is a stopper, so that won't pull through the loop at the end. And then you do exactly the same with this as well, but be very careful not to hit the main line. This is just for the tag ends. There we go. And that will never come out. That's an extremely strong knot. That's not going anywhere. This is a typical knot which they use for GT fishing, giant trevally fishing, where the knot strength has to be extremely strong. You're literally muscling giant trevallies off coral reef. So this knot is tried and tested, and it does work, and it doesn't pull. Give it a go.